Well, hello and welcome to this week's episode, the season two finale of the Purple Door podcast, a Friends rewatch pod. I am one of your hosts, Alasdair, alongside DeeAnn. DeeAnn, how are you today?
Al, I am awesome. And I am shocked. I cannot believe that we are already here at the end of season two. I can't
Right.
believe it. This is a good one. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I'm just pumped to be sitting here talking with you about it and ready to close out our season.
I am excited. It's a weird feeling because this Purple Door, it's our baby. And it's like, I suppose it literally is like when a child grows up, it's like, okay, we're only at the end of season two. We have a ton more to go. But
But
we're like 20% or whatever of the way through the whole series, and that makes me a little sad.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's okay though. That's okay. Um, but yeah, we're penciling in doing a season two recap next week before we get into season three. We're hoping to make that happen, but I do feel we are kind of finishing the season on a really good, interesting, funny episode.
Yes.
Um,
With one of my faves showing back up.
I have no doubt, right at the end. This is the one with Barry and Mindy's wedding. I should say we are recording via Zoom. Wilson doesn't have a camera where she is, and we're on a bit of a time crunch. But I'm absolutely confident we're gonna
I
churn out a stellar episode.
Yes, well, I could not let the day go by because I'm pumped to talk about it.
This one is exciting. Do you have some bamboozled for us?
Oh, I do.
I do. I have a meager 8 questions this week.
Okay, I have nine.
Okay, well that means you go first.
All righty. So, first question. Who's the director that Joey auditioned for in this
Oh,
episode?
that is Warren Beatty,
Yes, ding ding
who
ding.
for some reason gets a mention in Frasier once as well, which is why it kind of stuck in my head.
Well, because he
Of,
was so huge at
I
that time
guess.
with Dick Tracy and he was the big I'm trying to think of who would be the equivalent of him right now. Maybe like oh goodness.
Would it be like a
Wolverine. What's his name? Wolverine, Greatest
Hugh
Showman.
Hugh Jackman? Hugh
There you
Jackman,
go.
yes.
He's kind of, where he's very versatile and he is dreamy and, and talented and all the things. So
Yeah, he was
that's
definitely
kind
huge, huge at that time.
of,
All right, let's see. My first one for you is when Rachel comes out to reveal the pink dress, who are which is amazing. Who are the four people in the living room?
Okay, so there's Richard
Yep,
and Monica
yep,
and Phoebe
yeah, and
and
what?
of course Ross,
And of course, yeah,
who
that's it.
yes, and then Chandler comes in.
The way he laughs
Oh yeah.
is just so good, so good.
Oh, it is. It is so good. But I also like whenever, Ross is pumping her up and then he steps out and he's like, um, whatever it is, he's tell her she looks good. Tell her she looks good.
Right. It's so well done. All right, let's see. Question two from you.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yes.
what does Rachel say she looks like?
Okay, I want to ask you about this. Oh no, that's maybe what, no, that's what Chandler calls her. Never mind. She says she looks like a marshmallow peep. Is that
Oh,
right?
well, okay. So she said what I was thinking of is whenever she says something that you take whenever you have an upset stomach,
Oh,
as
that's
she's
right.
referring to Pepto-Bismol.
Yes,
But
no, you are right.
okay,
Yes.
yes. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, maybe she says marshmallow peep or somebody else does later on in the show, like in the episode.
Okay, so I don't even remember anybody saying marshmallow peak.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I might be thinking of something else, but I remember
That
the
she looked like
Pepto-Bismol.
that to you. Maybe that was
Yes,
what Al Green thought.
might just be, might just be. That was my inference on the dress. Um, all right, now I'm trying to phrase this question correctly. What words does Chandler use to describe himself when he's talking about the woman he met online? He says, I'm this and this, and she calls me out on it.
Oh, sarcastic and uh quippy.
So, if you got one of them, he says defended and quippy.
Defensive and
Def
quippy.
okay, so that
Yes.
right, it should be like grammatically speaking, it should be defensive and quippy. But both he says and on the subtitles, I am defended and quippy, which doesn't really make sense in this
That
context to
doesn't
me. It doesn't.
at all.
But I went back and put the subtitles on and watched the scene again. Yeah, but you got quippy, which is a great word.
Dang, defended and quippy. Weird.
Yes.
Huh. All right. So why does Richard say that babies learn to talk?
The exact phrase escapes me, but it's basically to tell grown-ups to stop it.
Yes, to cut
Is
it
it to
out.
cut it out? That's it. Which is
Uh,
fantastic.
yes.
Um, when Monica and Richard are talking about whether there's going to be a Bassett or bassinet in the corner, and she kind of says, "Oh, we'll talk about it in the future," and then she gives two examples of things that may happen in the future. Do you know what those are?
uh, she talks about things. Okay, hang on. Because I can think of this scene because they're there, they're sitting at the things, and she's talking about, and she's yeah, a bassinet because the baby would fall off the dog.
Yep. And she says like, "Oh, I'm
Um,
talking way in the future. I'm talking about dot dot
yeah,
dot something like
the
that."
apes. Okay,
Yep.
with the apes taking over the planet or the
Yep.
world, planet or Earth or because it's Planet of the Apes reference
Yes.
again,
Yes.
again.
Not the first.
Yes, and then the other, it's not. She doesn't say flying cars.
You're very
She is.
close. You're very close.
Hang on, because it's like Back to the Future. Hover,
Yep. Yep.
hover, hoverboards.
No, it's to me that answer makes more sense because she says hovercrafts, which exist.
Oh,
Like even in the 90s, a hovercraft going across what now I assume she's talking about flying ones, but she's hovercrafts, which
is a thing.
it's a thing. They've been around for a long time.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
dang it.
You improved on Monica's answer.
I would really like for yeah, this should have been logical with the dialogue, I guess.
Exactly.
Defended
Yes. And
and
hovercrafts.
hovercrafts. Okay. Who does Chandler think Rachel looks like in her bridesmaid's dress and hat? Like
Okay,
right
this
before
is
they leave.
we'll get into this, but he says Princess Bubble Yum.
Oh, okay. Well,
What
but
did you hear?
at that time, whenever she comes
Ah.
in, the first thing he says is, "We don't have your sheep."
Oh, that's right. Yes, the Bo Peep reference.
Yes,
Yes, you're
yes.
absolutely right. I forgot. I do like that line. I'd
See,
forgotten about it.
I was trying to be like, you had to connect those dots, not straight
Yes.
from the dialogue.
Oh, it's
But
because I want to talk to you about this Princess Bubble Yum, so it's on
well,
my
you
mind.
brought it up twice, so
Yes.
now I'm excited. Okay.
Yes. Well, it's nothing to be. I need to lean on your.
Or maybe
Uh, uh,
curious.
curious. It's your American childhood. I need to lean on. Um,
Oh, okay.
but we'll get into that. Um, what website is Chandler looking at because he likes funny words?
Oh, the Guggenheim.
It is the Guggenheim. Yes,
Yes, because his online girlfriend likes museums and he
that's
likes
right.
funny words. Yes.
Yes.
So, what is Chandler's online girlfriend's method of birth control?
Unfortunately, her husband is sleeping with his secretary.
Womp womp.
Wah wah. Well, I'm now just going to skip over a question that I'll come back to because I was going to ask you, how does Chandler determine what his lady friend's Oh no, how does Chandler determine his lady friend is exactly a woman? And
Oh,
he Yeah, so you've
because
already
she's got the husband.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, is
Uh,
that a question?
yeah, that was one of mine. Yes.
Oh, okay. So, How many bridesmaids are at the head table?
Oh, I didn't even think to count them, but I'm gonna guess. I, logic tells me I should say four, but I'm gonna go with three.
Okay, three is correct.
All right.
But I was trying to count how many people are in the pink dress before they go walking out, and there are more than three people. So I'm curious
Ah,
why only three of them are sitting at the head table.
that
So,
is interesting. All
but
right.
but I counted two different numbers, so I didn't ask you how many bridesmaids. Because I
Okay.
also tried to count the flowers that the lady was handing out, and I was like, no, this is too hard. So
Well,
I stopped.
I have some thoughts on the wedding, which obviously we'll get, and the people in the wedding, but we'll get to that later too. Um, or let's see, how do I phrase this? What did Joey say Monica did to stop him kissing Richard?
Oh, need him in the back.
Which to me, she would have had to jump and that's quite a dramatic move.
Right.
Yeah,
I feel like she probably need him in the back of his knees.
that's what I'm hoping. Because I was trying to
Yeah.
think if Kate was going to knee me in the back, she would need a running start and a good vertical leap, I think.
Yes. But
You
I
know,
think you're taller than Joey is,
maybe,
and
yeah,
but yeah, it seemed like an odd thing to say.
yes.
Okay, what flower did Ross hand Rachel during Copacabana?
Was it a pink rose?
It was
Oh, right. I remember it was.
very nice.
I remember it was pink, and then rose was a guess.
Yes,
Um,
nice job.
Excellent. And I'm going to ask you later on about that too, if I remember, because that was a Woolison moment to me. Or it created a Woolison question. But
Oh,
I am going to ask you, speaking of Rachel singing the Coco Cabana, what grade was she in when she initially sung it?
eighth grade.
Eighth grade indeed.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. All right. So, how many times did Monica say that Richard said, if I have to?
Oh, that's a great question because
Now,
I
now,
know it's not an exact number. It's
well, she says an exact number, but
oh
then I
really? Okay.
counted and it is not correct.
Now
It is,
that's a fun fact.
yes,
Um, no, I know that this is either completely wrong or somehow it's lodged in my head. 17?
it is 17. It
All
is
right.
lodged in your head
Somehow it's
because
lodged
she
in.
because she says, if you didn't say if I have to 17 times, but he only said it four. So
Interesting. I
whatever.
like that. I like
Oh,
that catch.
she was being dramatic, which is
Uh,
fine. I'm here for it.
yeah, always, always. My final question for you is what time does Rachel walk out of this wedding?
Well, okay. So they said she was going to walk out at 9:45, but she didn't because she started singing Copacabana. She gave her a little spiel and then
That's
she gave her
very
a theme.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
I should have worded that better because you're right. She didn't actually walk out. You're right.
Yes. Okay. What color are Janice's earrings?
You know, I thought before I rewatched this yesterday that you would ask me a good numbers or colors question and then didn't make any notes. I am just going to go with yellow.
They're actually pink and they're awesome because I feel like her outfit, whenever she walks into that coffee shop, was so specifically tailored for what it I feel like Janice was very intentional about her outfit. Like, and as you would, right? If you're on your way to a coffee shop to meet somebody that I don't know. This is a whole nother situation. But it was a very tailored, very because it was a very blue, like the blue purple, that color that I can't see if it's blue or purple, and I always say the wrong color. Um, and then pink earrings that are like dangly, like very like mid 90s earrings.
I
It's
love the fact that you kind of, what color are they? They are the
uh
color pink and the color awesome. It's
Yes.
basically what I heard, and I love the way. More things we should say. That's the
Yeah.
color. Awesome.
Yes, yes. But
Yes.
it pops. It's a good color with her dark hair and the blue purple dress, and
And maybe
it's
it's a
just
little
good.
nod to the pink dress that Rachel's wearing, and Chandler makes fun of it. You
Well, but
know.
definitely not the same color pink though.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not Pepto Bismol bubble yum pink at
All
all.
of that. I love it.
Yes.
Do you have any more questions for me? Because I'm
I
out.
don't. I
All
don't.
right.
And we didn't double up any. Like, we did a great
We
job.
did well. We did well this time. I love
We
it.
did a great job. Still not as much fun as whenever we get to compete with Kate,
No,
but
that's just
we
carnage.
did a
It's
great job. That's just
it's
carnage.
it is we're all over the place and it's amazing. She will be back soon, without a doubt.
Yes.
She enjoys
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Um, let's
Good.
see. Well, let's get just stuck right into this episode. We start Central Park. Joey, very excited. Great audition with Warren Beatty. I do love that he calls him Mr. Beatty. Like he's, um, he shows some respect there, but apparently he's a bad kisser. Um,
Yeah.
and again, in my head, this is the B plot. It's one of my favorites of the whole season.
Okay.
Joey trying to kiss a guy, just the way it plays
Uh,
out,
yeah.
um,
Yes.
and just the way Joey handles it all throughout the whole episode. Um, so Joey he ends up trying to kiss Chandler, and then Ross. I do love. Let's see, is it Chandler who says he'll use Ross as his dead body as a shield?
Yes, because
Yeah.
Russ says over my dead body, and he's like, okay, he's like, no, no, I'll be using his dead body as a shield.
I love that phrase. Um, it's one of those ones that maybe it's not that funny, but I find it really funny and it just sticks with me. Um, but poor old Joey, he's just looking for some. I think he's already kissed Phoebe at this point, who would recommend him to a friend.
Yes.
Good old Phoebe. Um, but we go straight up to the girls' apartment. This is where the episode really kicks off with Rachel coming out in this hideous pink dress.
Oh,
Um, Ross doesn't want to go to this wedding. Now, I was going to ask you, again, we're being conscious of time today. We have busy days. Have you ever been a bridesmaid?
yes, I have, Al. I have been a bridesmaid. I, oh God, I honestly cannot tell you how many off the top of my head, but quite a few,
Good for
quite
you.
a few. Yes, but thank goodness none of the brides that I had the honor of being a bridesmaid picked the a dress like that. Nothing, nobody, a couple of the brides, like we all wore the same dress, and then other brides, we wore, like all the same color, but we could
Right.
pick the style of the dress.
Oh, that sounds
And
fun.
then once I was a best woman and I got to pick my own dress. So,
I love that.
yeah. But I never got to wear a hat, a terrible hat, or anything like that. Like I have a lot of my bridesmaids dresses. I say a lot. I have a few of my bridesmaids dresses still. And and then others of them got used for Halloween costumes for like a prom queen, a bloody prom queen one year, and then Haley, I gave one to Haley and she was a bloody prom queen, and you
I'm not,
know
I'm now having a great idea um, of the last thing either Kate or I would ever really want to do is renew our vows. We're not like we neither of us want to be the center of attention or in any kind of big party. But man
aw,
alive, wouldn't it be fun if we renewed our vows and had a friends themed wedding and you had to wear that as one of Kate's bridesmaids and I'll dress up as the holiday armadillo and walk down the I'll be at the
oh my
aisle.
God. And then
Like
everybody who comes, okay, so here's
yes.
the deal, Al.
Yep.
Joseph and I are coming up on 20 years. We
Oh,
just celebrated 18, and so we've got 19, and then the next year will be 20.
all right.
And we were both so very nervous. Joseph does not enjoy being the center of attention and having a lot of people and stuff like that. But I have often fantasized about like doing it over again and having, it just not, like just a little different 20
All
years
right.
later and
20.
involving our kids and all that. And God, that would be awesome.
Right. And it's just
He would go
fun.
as Spudnik.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
And then it's just fun. It's not serious and stressful and everyone watching you like an official wedding. It's just fun.
Okay.
All
So then
right.
let's think through that. If we do 2 seasons, oh my gosh, we could still be doing this. And then I want to do it. Okay. All right. We
All right.
have this is yes, but okay. This sounds like a super fun idea.
I am in. Kate and I, we just had 10 years, so we don't have the significance of a big one coming up like you guys do. It is the Woolison Friends vow renewal. We'll
Uh,
just go down to our friends at Miss Angeline's and have a friends party. It'll be awesome.
oh my gosh. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We are
This is great.
workshopping this for the next, I don't know, 18 months or whatever it is.
Oh, yes, I'll let him know. Okay, so our engagement was 6 weeks. Six
Right?
weeks. And so like we would actually like plan this and it would not be stressful anyway. But like this is a great idea.
All right.
Yes.
We're in. We're in. Let's
Joseph, just
do
wait. It's gonna be awesome.
He
Okay.
is, we've got time to get him on board. Don't you
Yes.
worry.
Yes.
Yes, I love every minute of this. But one of your bridesmaids might look like Princess Bubblegum, but who in the world is? I've always thought Chandler said, or whoever it was that said it said Princess Bubblegum.
He did. It was Princess Bubble Yum.
So
Um,
Yum with a Y?
with a Y.
Okay,
Now,
who is
do
that?
I have any idea if that is a real character? Absolutely not. But I do know exactly what he's referencing is
Okay,
Bubble Yum, the bubble gum, Bubble Yum.
see,
It's a
I've never
it's
heard of this, and this is why I knew
okay.
leading on you would be useful.
All right. So then, Al, you need to go to the gas station. And then
Okay,
if that gas station doesn't have it, you need to go to the next one. But
okay.
there is Bubblicious and there is Bubble Yum. And those are like the two best bubble gums. Now, you've got like bubble gum that you get out of the like the giant bubble gum like containers and they're like hard and chew on them and the flavor lasts about 13 seconds.
Right.
Okay, and then you've got like fruit stripe gum where you can't even blow bubbles with it and it's terrible. Okay, but like true bubble gum where you can blow the big bubbles and it's kind of fluffy and you can chew it and all of that because you got like bazooka and that's like really hard bubble gum and it's not good. But
Okay.
anyway, so I have gone off on a tangent. But ooh, you should go to the candy store. Go to the
On the
candy
square,
store
the one
on
on
the
yeah,
square
yep.
because they're gonna have all the different kinds of
That's
bubble
what I was
gum.
just thinking. Now
Yeah.
I've got a confession to make to you that you don't know about me.
Uh-oh.
Get
Okay.
ready. Hold on to your seat. Get ready.
Are you
It's a
about
big
to
one.
tell me you don't know how to blow a bubble?
I have never blown a bubble in my life.
Never?
I've
Oh
never
my
managed.
God.
I've tried a handful of times because Kate's an expert and she's tried to teach me, and I've just shot gum across the room.
Oh my
Like Chandler
gosh.
in the ATM vestibule.
Yeah.
I've just never done it. So
Wow.
this might give me like a mission. If I go get some
Oh,
bubble
okay.
yum,
Al.
yes.
Yes, yes. Get some bubble yum, get some bubblicious, and then you can compare the two.
All right, I'm on.
But
I'm on it.
Al, like here is the thing. You know how you need to teach me how to juggle?
Yes.
Okay. So I have taught kindergartners how to blow bubbles.
So if you could teach a kindergarten, I would hope
I'm
that
just saying, and
I
we've
would be.
written how-to papers about them and all the things. Like that was one of our like writing units that we would do whenever I taught kindergarten. So we
All
can
right,
we can
we've got
share.
this. We have
Okay,
got
I'm gonna learn to
this.
juggle. You're gonna learn to blow bubbles.
Done deal. I'm in.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
All
Well,
right.
let's see. Where are we?
Who knows?
It's an educational podcast as well. We're learning things here at the Purple Door. Chandler comes in. He spent all night talking. I'm going to kind of move through this a bit quickly again, just conscious of the time. He's met this online woman. Richard doesn't like him like this when he's just playing like straight Chandler. He's not funny Chandler.
Right.
Um, but Monica and Richard end up talking about the future, and he seems okay with the Hound, but the bassinet. He loves kids. He's got kids. He may even have a grandkid at this point. I think he does. I think we've established that.
Yeah.
But Monica, I mean, we all know she has to have children. Um, but she's working
Oh.
through that just now. Um, we go over to the boys' apartment. Joey tries to talk Chandler into kissing.
No means no.
Right. Um, and then let's see, Phoebe and Chandler talk about his lady friend. And it does turn out she's married. This is the scene where, let's see, I'm trying to remember the exact context, but I love the line, "How do you not fall down more?" It's Chandler talking to Joey.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Because that was so funny because he comes in, they're inside. Um, oh goodness. Yes.
Maybe it's from seeing Richard or something. I don't, when he's gone out to do that, but I just don't quite remember the context. But it's such a simple, great line,
Yes. And
that
it
one.
was
Um, but let's make our way over to the wedding. Monica and Richard are joking about their previous conversation, but they're obviously kind of making small talk because both thinking about their previous conversation. Um,
okay,
oh, jump in.
sorry.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
jump in.
No, I'm backtracking. I'm backtracking.
Oh, please, please, please,
Because
please.
they were trying to figure out if she was really a woman. And we were trying to figure out if she was a girl. And
Yes,
so
yes, yes,
Joey
yes, yes.
says, well, ask her how long she's gonna live.
That's it. That's the one. That's it. Because women live longer than men. That makes sense.
Duh.
Yeah.
Like there's some logic here. It's flawed, but there is logic.
Yeah. And just Joey kind of nods like it makes perfect sense. That's right. Um, Rachel's nervous and unfortunately has had a bit of a bathroom faux pas as she walks into the wedding
Oh
down the
God.
aisle. Poor old Rachel. Um, which we'll get to all of that, the wedding. But that's poor old Rachel. Very sad. It's a shame Ross didn't catch it right before
Okay.
she walked in. I mean, he should have.
But he didn't because
Yeah.
she's standing against the wall. She's standing like with the wall right behind her.
Right.
And so they're talking, and then he turns around and leaves, and then she walks over with the
That's
girls.
right.
Okay, but they cut out a line here too.
Okay.
Because like right after that, she's like, why didn't you tell me? And then he's like, what was I supposed to say? Hey Rachel, your butt's showing. And then they cut out the line where she goes, yeah, better you than Barry's uncle.
Ah, yeah, that wasn't there. That's a good line.
So then it's like, oh my God, somebody else yelled it out.
That's mortifying.
Now, at
Yeah.
that point, whenever he saw her going down the aisle, he should have just jumped up, pulled it out, jumped back.
That's what I'm
Like
thinking.
people would have noticed, but that's way better than letting her stand up there.
Yeah, the damage is done. Jump up, help her out. I
Yeah,
agree. It's not going to get
exactly.
worse, or it could only get
You
worse.
can't.
Yeah.
And you're not calling attention to it because I guarantee everybody else is noticing.
Right. Right.
Like you just fix it. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah, just handle it. Absolutely. Um, let's see, where are we? Well, after the wedding, Mr. and Mrs. Weinberg say they're glad to see Rachel up and about, and it's the third time somebody said something. Now we'll get, I'm just going to gloss over this now because it would take too long to go into it. But both Mr. and Mrs. Weinberg and one of the other bridesmaids have been extras in Friends in previous episodes,
Really?
which I didn't know. I Googled it, and yeah, I can't remember the roles. I think the lady, Mrs. Weinberg, was a janitor in the hospital when where were they in the hospital? Somebody's been in the hospital. Maybe when Ross
Well,
was
well,
when he broke
yeah.
his nose, like just in the background, wasn't a
Oh,
prominent character. I'll look it up again and we'll talk
okay.
about it. But I was quite surprised, and the singer on the stage, which we'll get to the stage, is the same singer at Monica and Chandler's spoiler alert wedding. It's the same guy.
Really?
Apparently so. Apparently so. I need to.
That's fun.
Right. I love that stuff. That kind of deep diving stuff. Um,
Uh-huh.
but Barry's parents told everyone Rachel went insane from the syphilis. I didn't want to Google that one on my computer because who knows what might pop up. But I didn't know that that would be a possibility.
Yeah,
Is it?
because, and the only reason like that I would this even sticks in my brain is because whenever Columbus came, that was one of the like things
Ah,
is that they brought syphilis, but then it made everybody crazy.
that's you know what? That does ring a bell. That does ring a bell.
So, I mean, is that fact? I have no idea, but that who knows? Do you know that that could be stuck in my brain from this one line on this one TV show? It
It wouldn't surprise me.
could. And so I say it like it's fact, but like it could be stuck there and then attached to something else. And that's a conclusion that I drew. So, if
Yeah.
any of our listeners know for sure, if
Isn't
that
it?
makes you
It's
crazy, let us
funny.
know because we don't want to Google it.
It's funny. Right after we finish here, well, in a little bit, about half an hour, I'm recording an episode of We're Listening, which is the Frasier podcast, which I guest host on sometimes. And they've talked about. I've seen the episode we're reviewing many times, and they talk about an artist. I always assumed he was a real artist. I found out this morning it's a made-up name. So I
Oh,
just
how
again I
funny.
took it verbatim because I saw it on the show. So I
Yeah,
mean, it does happen. It definitely.
it does. Well, maybe your friend, our friends over on we're the you're the oh my gosh,
You
what
got this. We're
you know what
listening.
I'm trying to
I
say?
we got it.
Maybe they know if syphilis makes people crazy for sure.
I might have to drop that into casual conversation. We'll see what happens. Um, let's see. We go back to the boys' apartment. Joey's on the phone with Angela trying to connect with her boyfriend, um, which is just it's a little unhinged but very funny.
Yes.
Chandler's not answering the messages and she keeps what's Phoebe see like bing binging him or
Bong or bing
bing bong
bong.
whatever it is.
Yes. Oh, see, and that made me think about Bing Bong, the guy on the Inside Out movies, on the first one,
Yes,
Bing
yes.
Bong. Yep, yep.
Absolutely.
So
But good
Bing
old
Bong.
Phoebe. Phoebe believes in love. This might be Chandler's opportunity. Maybe he's not the right guy. Maybe Chandler is the right guy. Um,
I don't know that it's love, but the universe. She
maybe
definitely
that's it.
believes in karma and the universe and all those things for
Higher
sure.
power. Absolutely.
Yes, because we all know Chandler definitely does, but he really is a romantic. He does believe in love, but
He does.
yes, but that other piece is of the universe, right?
Absolutely. We spend most of pretty much all the rest of the show up until the very end at the wedding, and I want to ask you a couple of questions about this. Well, first is a statement. The best man is a jerk, who stands
Oh
up and
yeah.
gives the speech. So I'll give you a couple of thoughts and questions, and then you tell me what you think. I think the best man's a jerk. The whole wedding is somehow about Rachel, even Barry, the best man. How is Mindy not furious? Like, as a bride, and honestly, she seems kind of upper class and stuck up. Suddenly her very fancy wedding is all about the woman that Barry would have, could have married. And
Right.
then, and then what do you think? Is Ross in the right or the wrong for standing up and kind of defending Rachel, but was it his place? What are your thoughts on this whole wedding scene?
God. Yeah. What a bunch of weirdos.
Right.
And why do they have this same band? And why it reminds me of the wedding in of oh gosh, Phyllis's wedding on The Office, where Pam goes and she's like, "Oh my God, it's my wedding."
Yes,
Her
the
what?
initials are the same, and yes,
Yes, like everything is the same, and I kind of feel this is very similar,
yeah,
where
I agree.
they've followed the same kind of things. And yeah, the best man is a total jerk. Like, why would you do that? And why are they all making fun of Rachel? And why is Rachel even there?
Right,
Like,
right,
um, it's just so messed up. And so, was Ross right? You know what? Typically in real life, I would be like, what a idiot. Like, shut up. But no, I'm okay with it. And I feel like though that there was probably some he's doing that to kind of make up for the fact that he didn't help her with her butt showing. Like,
right. Maybe that's
I
it.
really screwed up. Here's an opportunity for me to try to make things right. Um,
Right,
but yeah, I don't understand why any of them are there. And then I think she was totally fine. At that point, everybody thought she was crazy and had syphilis and all of that. And one of the lines that got cut is whenever she's talking to Barry, and Barry's like, "Well, yeah, I had to tell them that what was I going to tell them, that you weren't in love with me anymore?" And she was like, "Those were your choices. That
right.
to tell the truth, or that I don't understand." Like, you know, um, but I don't. I think it was fine.
Right,
I
I
think it
think
was
so
fine
too.
because I think it was all about her anyway.
I think so. Which
So,
the whole premise is very odd. Um,
yes, but
we kind of
all these
end. Oh,
people
sorry. Go
suck.
ahead. Go ahead.
All those people suck. And
All of
that's
them
all.
do. So maybe that helps Ross, makes Ross look good. Because yeah, it's just such a weird crowd. At the end of the wedding scene, Richard says, "Yeah, I'll have kids if I have to, if I have to." But I think they both know that this is kind of the end of the
Oh,
road for this relationship. Because, yeah, Monica sees, was it the two girls dancing together, and she knows, she knows that that's in her, this urge to have children.
no,
So
this
it's
part,
sad.
it is. It's heartbreaking because they both come to that realization.
Yeah. At the same time, and it's not like they had a big fight. Like they're
Yeah.
more in love than ever, but they've realized that it's not meant to
Yeah.
be.
Which is sad.
It does. It
It's,
makes because they're so good together. I mean, I know there's the age difference and the practicalities, but personality wise, they're great together.
yeah.
They really are. All right. To me, we get to the big scene of the episode here, and
Yes.
Chandler's freaking out.
Yes.
Did you feel that there was a huge parallel between this scene and the one that we reviewed previously, where he is breaking up with Janice, where he's pacing, slamming back espressos? He has like 15 coffees. That nervous pacing, waiting for Janice. One to break up with her, and then one he doesn't even know it's her, but he's getting together with her.
Oh my goodness. Wow. No, I did not until right now. And
Yeah.
that's so, and everybody's there.
Yeah, they're all there, like
There.
supporting him in
Wow.
his endeavor.
Wow. I
Yeah,
love that. That's
right.
great.
I hope it's a
Yes.
deliberate choice by the writers, or even if it's just was by Matthew Perry. But it to me, it had a very similar air, even though it's the exact opposite thing. But I liked it.
Yes.
I liked it.
Well, and then it makes me think of the time whenever she shows up and she's pregnant.
Yes. Oh, there's that too. Yes.
Yeah, and that's in there, and that's with everybody else whenever she comes in. Hi, Genevieve. Um, Yeah, wow, that's a fun little parallel.
And I was thinking, again, you and I are of a similar vintage. I was thinking it was odd that they wouldn't know each other's names, but I was thinking back in the early days of like online chat, you really just had a like a username, like a screen name.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
so it actually wouldn't be that weird to necessarily not know each other's real name. Like maybe they both just said, I want to wait till we meet. But it's not like they had a social media profile or something. You know, you just had
Right.
your AOL username or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Al, what was your AOL username?
You know what? I had it and it's stuck with me to this day. It was Scottish Beagle, which
Oh,
is to this day my Yahoo email address that I use for, anything not work related. I've got two personal email addresses. One of them is still Scottish Beagle at yahoo.com.
wow.
Because
Okay.
when I made an account, I had a beagle, and I thought, well, that was available with no numbers at the end. I wanted to get an account with no numbers. What about you?
Mine was DEPHI,
Oh,
DeFi.
PIFA, which makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, and it was because me and my brother, we had one computer and we set it up and we got our little free AOL disc in the mail
yes,
and we were sharing, but we never shared because he's 10 years younger than me and I
right,
was probably what 16 or 17 and he was 6 and we
right.
didn't know how emails and all those things are going to work. And so I've still got that email address,
I love
even
that.
though, yeah, it's whatever. That's funny.
It was literally just in the news a few weeks ago that AOL was actually stopping its dial-up service. Like it's kept
It's
going,
still
and
been a thing.
it's yeah, in like super rural communities, and they
What?
actually said that
Meh.
a decent, oh yeah, we can all hear that noise, which yeah, that takes you back. But they said there was
Mm.
a decent amount of people who were still getting charged like 3.95 on their credit cards for years, like who just never canceled their accounts.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
dad was one of them.
there you go.
Like it maybe 10 years ago, we were saying something and then we ended up going back and they like provided like back pay
Oh,
because
that's interesting.
yeah, because we called and it was like, yeah, this has been going on for years and years and years. That's
Good for
fun.
them. But yeah, it's only
Uh-huh.
just I swear it was just maybe in the last 2 months. I read a thing that they were
How funny.
actually closing the door on that noise. We finish up here. I do love this. Ross walks in, and damn it, he's a good friend, and he kisses Joey. But Joey had the audition. But one of my top lines from this episode. Rachel's a very lucky girl. Uh,
Yes.
um,
That's
which I
so
love.
good.
And then I've got a little bit of fun information I want to share with you to round this episode off.
Okay, let's hear
Um,
it.
And let's see, I have not verified this. I did a little Googling this morning, and somebody said that this episode and the one with the proposal in a few seasons' time are the only two season finales of the entire show that do not end in a cliffhanger that involves Ross and Rachel.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna like be conscious of that now and kind of look through the list of episodes, but somebody says that they've done the research. They looked at the and this is just one of two.
Huh. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, because season one was a cliffhanger for Russ and Rachel. Because
indeed.
remember, it was supposed to be whenever Ben was born,
That's right.
but it wasn't.
And then
And
all
we talked
changed.
about how that would have been a good ending. That would have been a really good one because
Right.
that was a great episode. But they moved to the Ross and Rachel thing.
Yeah, so we'll need to kind of track that. Another thing we
Hmm.
got to look at, but this one should be easier. Whether that is indeed true. Well, we had to finish this at 15 minutes past the hour, it's 17 minutes past the hour, but I think that gives us just a couple of minutes. I would love to know about your Gunther Central Park this week.
Okay, so my Gunther Central perk for this week, dang it, dang it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Monica.
Okay.
It's Monica. And because I don't know, it just that whole thing, it just in her acting, and like I so believe every. So maybe it's not her, it's Courtney Cox, but normally, like I'm here for the funny, and I like it just unhinged and all of the things, and she's so whenever she really gets going, she's so funny about and being OCD and crazy and all that. But like that realization and that like you believe it 100% and it makes you feel.
It
And
does.
so I mean, so that's mine. That's
I
mine for
I
this
think that's
episode.
great. I love the fact that I mean, I couldn't agree more with you. Usually, your Gunther Central Park is either my number one or number two, but I was actually going between Joey and Chandler this week.
Okay.
Um, I I really like the development of Chandler throughout this, as he gets to know this woman and the final scene with Janice. I don't even know if we even said Janice's name, but seeing Janice and oh my God, the big kiss. What a moment. What a moment. We can't skip over that. Um, but I love Joey's storyline, and I kind of love it in twofold. I love the fact that it's to me it's really funny, just the way he pursues every guy who comes into the picture,
Yes.
and gets rejected, but he doesn't let it stop him. But I also love, and like you, it's a semi-serious note that in the 90s, and we see it in Friends, and we see they kind of make gay jokes. And this would have
Yeah.
been a really easy thing for the characters and the writers for like Ross to go, I'm not going to kiss you. I'm not gay. Like that would be a disgusting thing. But they don't. They don't approach it like that, like going
Mhm.
throwing that out there. I love the way that the writers handled the storyline, and I love the way that Matt LeBlanc handled the storyline, and I just thought it was hilariously done from start to finish. So for me, it's Joey this week.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent choice.
All
All right.
right. Well, let's see. We got our last thing, and then we are out of here. We're at a wedding this week. That's where most of this takes places.
Okay.
So, how many little slices of wedding cake are you gonna wolf down this week for this
My,
episode?
well, I am not going to be wolfing them down.
No.
I will eat them very daintily.
Yes,
Very
indeed.
daintily. But I want big or eight. I said big. 8 pieces to daintily eat with a teeny tiny fork.
Teens,
Hmm.
Kate got a teeny tiny spoon several years ago at a wedding of a former colleague of both of us. You may have been there, I don't remember. But that is forever referred to as the wedding spoon. And it's a teeny tiny spoon, and she loves this spoon as much as one can love a piece of cutlery. She
And I
loves
get
this
that.
spoon.
I
Yeah.
totally get it.
He loves it. I am also, and I might wolf down these pieces of cake because wedding cake is fantastic, and I'm currently watching what I'm eating and trying to lose a bit of weight. So if I'm presented with 8 pieces of cake, they're getting wolfed down. But I am also going with eight. I think this is a solid episode.
Yes, I agree.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we will be back next week. We are currently working on some details to try and do a season two finale, summary, revisit of the whole episode with a guest.
Yes.
Um, so let's assume that's going to happen because that's in the work. And then after that, we will, of course, kick off season three, the one with the Princess Leia fantasy.
Oh, good.
Right,
Nice.
right.
See, I haven't gotten my DVDs out, so I didn't know what that very first. But that's
Yes.
funny. That's
I, I
funny.
I am in,
Hmm.
and I feel you and I may end up in a deep dive of some sort of Star Wars discussion.
We would have to.
We will have to, so I'm going to prep for that.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, on that note, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, but I am super excited about my friend's themed vow renewal in 18 months.
I am literally going to go and talk to Kate about that right now. But on that note, everybody listening, thank you so much indeed for listening to this week's episode of the Purple Door Podcast.